Hello everyone, Chris Code here, and today I'm going to be starting my introductory series on how to program in Java 8. Now, Java of course is a programming language which has been around for a long time, since 1995, which makes about 2 decades at this point, but it's still very popular. A lot of corporations use it, and it's also used in Android devices and applications. So it's a very useful language. It has a lot of different applications that you can use it for. And if you're attending university, it's probably one of the ones they're teaching you because it's a great introductory language. It's also easy to read. So today's tutorial is going to be about setting up your development environment with the tools that you need to begin programming. So first off, you're going to want to get the Java Development Kit, which you can get from the Oracle website. And you can download it individually with just the tools that Java needs to compile onto your computer. And you can also get it with NetBeans, which is an IDE. It's a very popular one. The one I'm going to be using for this tutorial series is Eclipse, which is probably also the other big competitor. Really, these two are probably the two popular IDEs when it comes to Java. Either one works fine. I kind of prefer Eclipse though. So you can download either one of these. If you're running Windows, you install it just like any other software package onto your computer. And once you have that done, you can go over to the Eclipse website, eclipse.org, look for the download section, and then you're going to want to download an IDE. Get the bit count which is associated with your version of Windows. This is 2014. It's almost certainly 64-bit unless for some reason you're running a really old computer. Any computer that has over 4 gigabytes of RAM, I believe it is recommended to be 64-bit. But what you can do if you're not sure if you're running 64 or 32-bit is to go up to the Start menu, type in dxdiag in the search bar, and then run that. And it should tell you in one of the data areas which version of Windows you're running, if it's 32-bit or if it's 64-bit. So once you go ahead and download that, you're going to want to get the one for Java developers. But there's also other ones for C++ and PHP and other languages as well. These other languages, you don't have to download a specific IDE for each programming language. Inside of Eclipse, you can actually install plugins to just add in additional language compatibility. So if you have the Java version, you go to the plugin section, install PHP, and you're basically good to go. But I would recommend getting the Java one so that, you're set up to do Java already, ideally. So go ahead and install that. So once you've gone ahead and installed all of that, you can boot up Eclipse, and then you're going to see a Package Explorer on the left and an empty area on the middle, which is actually the source code editor for your Java files. Now, in order to start creating Java programs, you're going to want to create a package first. So over in the Package Explorer, you can right-click, go to New Java Project, give it any name you want. As you can see, I already have one called Fish Breath, but we'll make another one. How about Cheese Flakes? I don't know what's with my names today, but yeah. And you can just go ahead and hit Finish. You don't really need to mess with the other settings at this point in time. It will give you a folder inside called SRC. That stands for Source, which really stands for Source Code. Actually, the C's there for Source Code as well. And inside of that, you can start creating Java files. Namely, you're going to want a class file. Now, a class defines how an object might look like inside of your Java program. So it's the blueprint for objects. An object, of course, if you think about it in real-world terms, could be anything that you see around you. Like if you have a bowl, that would be a possible object and would have certain attributes to it and certain things it could do. Like if you dropped a bowl on the floor, it might break. So you might create a function, or inside of a class it's called a method called break, which when run would effectively simulate the breaking of a glass bowl. So for that, we'll just go ahead and create bowl. Now, we're not actually going to write code today, but once you open up that .java file, which compiles into a .class file, you should see public class and the name of the file you just created. And once you have that, you're good to go for starting to write code. And we'll get into how to actually write the code in future videos. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see that, of course. And I'll see you all next time.